Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan, and I'm here today to continue on with our wonderful week of celebrating pineapples. Now, so far this week, we've had sweet and sour pineapple stuff. We've had another beautiful savoury hully chicken last night, and all these things to showcase how amazing pineapple is. I hope you're enjoying the series, and I hope you're actually trying some new recipes from it or getting inspired to put pineapple on your shopping list and give them a go. So we're continuing on today, and we're going to do the pineapple upside down cake. I've never made this, okay? This is something my nana or my mum would have made years ago. I've never made it. So let's do it today. I am using fresh pineapple that I have juiced a few days ago. Remember, I did this juicing. Where's the camera? There it is. A few days ago. So I'm going to use that, and I do have fresh pineapple I've cut up, and I've actually put in muffin trays. So rather than doing one big one, I'm going to do little ones, okay? Because you've got to work with what you've got. So let's get cooking straight away, and this is the beauty of guided cooking. Do say hi if you're on today. I'd love to know you're watching. Do you know what you're having for dinner? Do give us a shout out on what you're having. Let's inspire each other. First step there is preheat your oven. Okay, next up is brown sugar. I don't have brown sugar. I'm just going to use my usual low carb sweetener. Okay, and this is actually making like a syrup that is going to sit eventually when you turn it upside down the top, but at the moment it goes on the bottom, right? By the way, got a dirty bowl. The kids just made pineapple smoothies, so the bowl is actually still dirty, and I thought, oh, what does it matter? It probably doesn't matter for this recipe. As normal, I'm going to pull that sugar content down a bit. I'm going to go half. I know that it won't be as syrupy. Actually, I might even pull down, I think that's butter that goes in next. I might even shorten that down as well. There you go, 115 grams of unsalted butter. I might just do half that because I really don't want to have it hugely sticky, really. So I might go for 60 grams. Let's get that there, a little bit more. And then we're going to cook this. Now it's going to actually make it into this syrup. Now because I've halved these ingredients, we don't have to cook it for as long, right? So first things first, it's going to mix for 30 seconds, speed 4, and then we'll do the cook step. You hear that mixing around in there? Nearly done. Now we're going to talk today about how we do that halving. So we're going to do a halving with a heat today. We've talked about doubling recipes the last few days, and how when you're cooking with a double recipe, you actually put more time onto it. You actually put another half time. We've also talked about halving cooking recipes and how you do 3/4 a time if you halve a cooking recipe. Sorry. Yeah, that's right, if you have a cooking recipe. So in this case, we're keeping the measuring cup instead. It would normally be 5 minutes, 120 degrees, speed 4. We're going to flip that up, but we're going to turn this down to 3 minutes. Let's go down to 3. And we're just melting this down. Now, obviously, if it's not done, we could actually extend our time. It should be done, I reckon, in that 3 minutes. And we'll listen, because we'll hear when that is actually melted and dissolved in as well. So is anyone watching along in the chat today, have you actually made a pineapple upside down cake, or maybe an upside down apple cake before? I'd love to know. Put it in the chat box. While this is cooking for 3 minutes, I touched on last night that on yesterday's live that if you are ever curious or interested in doing what I do, to reach out. And I did have a few of you guys comment and say, hey, yeah, I'm curious, can I have some business information? So do say hi, and please don't be shy, and let me know if I can help you learn more about what I do as a consultant. I love that I get to turn up Monday to Friday and support you guys to get more out of your Thermomix. I love that you guys introduce me to your friends so that I can help them transform their kitchens as well. And I'm really, really grateful for that as well. I still get nervous, you know, it's every time I go live, I still get a little bit nervous, and I just have to push that go live button. That hasn't changed in the last, what have we been doing, 18 months of this online business. So that hasn't changed, but the thing is, it's about just coming in and giving it a go, and not necessarily being perfect. I don't claim to be perfect or know all the answers. I just hope that you'll walk away willing to try new recipes from what I show you. So if you've got friends and family around you who don't yet know what a Thermomix is or does, or how it might help them, then maybe you could step into the arena and show them what it looks like to have one on the bench and be the change for them. Because I don't know about your story, but I know with my story, I can't imagine feeding my kids the way we eat, healthily, with whole nutritious foods most of the time. Let's not say 100% of the time. but I can't imagine doing it without a Thermomix. I think that would cost me so much more money, and my kids would probably be out of control as well. So I love that I've got that control. I've got the control of what I put in their food. When we want to have a tight week so that we can save up and go away in the caravan, we can do so. And that's the beauty of having a Thermomix on the bench, and that's what I want everyone to know, is how it can be different for them in their home. Because, I don't know, before a Thermomix, dinner was pretty stressful at our house. It was like, do I have to cook? Is it really 4 o'clock? Do I have to do this again? So, you know, if you ever thought about it, toyed it with the idea, send me a message, put a comment. I'd love to give you the information, and then you can decide. And it doesn't matter where in Australia you're located. You actually awesomely have the opportunity to come in and join me, and I can mentor you to build a business if you'd like to. Now, saying that, I've got 20 seconds. Some people only come in for 60-day programs. So we've got this awesome start program called 60 Days. And in that 60-day program, you can earn yourself a second bowl for your Thermomix. You can get commission. You can earn a Thermomix if you need a TM6. There's lots of things that can happen in that program. But some people just come for 60 days. And that's okay. If you want to come in and earn a Thermomix and just do it over Christmas and give it a go, maybe, you know, you've got the time, or maybe you've got friends who are curious, or maybe you just want to take advantage of the fact that at the moment there's an amazing deal on, by all means, it's a fabulous time to do it. But I can't believe that I'm here 8 years later. You know, I joined just wanting a break, really, from mumhood at the time. So I love that I'm still here. I love that I can support you guys. And then thank you to those of you who do come online and say hi as well. Good afternoon, Robin. Pouring rain. And hello, Lynette. Lovely to have you on as well. We're in Hervey Bay. It's not pouring rain here. It's actually really, really humid. So it's such a weird day. Sorry, guys. My camera's a bit weird today. It's chopping half my face off. Well, it's all about the cooking. It's not about me anyway. All right. It says pour the mixture into a round cake pan. And this is where I'm putting it into my little, I brought away with me, which I'd forgotten I found it the other day, shoved under the fridge, my little Varoma silicone mold. So this would normally go on the Varoma tray, and there's a round one for the base. That's what I'm going to use today. So you can see I've put the little bits of pineapple in the bottom because it tells you to drain some pineapple slices and reserve some juice, which I have fresh, so it's all good. Carefully arrange your pineapple rings over the mixture in cake pan and set aside. That doesn't make sense, does it? Anywho, let's keep going. So I think what we need to do, and I could be wrong, but I think we're putting the syrup in here. Goodness knows if I've got this right or wrong. I'll let you know how it tastes in the end. I'm sure the kids are going to love it. We don't normally do much sweetie type foods. We try and keep to the savoury just to keep the sugar levels down. So they're actually absolutely loving this week. They think it's just the most amazing treat. Now, I'm not going to do all of, I'll do those 6. I'm not going to do the other ones. I'm going to put in my second bowl. Now, let me just do a bit of a swap with the hands. Where did I put the second bowl? Here it is. Now, love having a second bowl, guys. It is the closest thing to having a second Thermi on the bench. $29 at the moment while stocks last to get this with your TM6. So if you've ever been thinking about a Thermomix, can I tell you this is the best deal we've ever had? And I don't know that it'll come around again because it is about celebrating 20 years of Thermomix in Australia. So if you're thinking about it, maybe you're thinking about an upgrade, or maybe you're thinking about you need another TM6 on the bench, or maybe you've got a thermo something else, now's the time, okay? And 36 months interest free is on as well, which is absolutely fantastic. It comes down to under $19. It might even be under $18 per week. Depends what else you put in the shopping cart, right? But that's on 36 months interest free. So, and people love 36 months interest free because you can actually pay it out as quick as you want. You don't have to do the minimum and actually pay it out over 3 years. You can do it in a year or 6 months. And then when it's done, you just close the account. And there's no early fees to exit, which is cool. All right, let's keep going. We're making a batter for a cake. So Thermomix baking, those of you who have a Thermomix should know this. It is so easy. There's no measuring cups, spoons, mixers, spatulas. I mean, we still have a spatula to scrape it out at the end, but it just, because we're doing it all in weight, it's so much easier. So let me show you how easy it is and how mess-free. My kids do cooking as well. For those of you who don't know, I mean, I don't put the kids on the camera, but they made the smoothie earlier. They made pancakes this morning. They cook all the time in the Thermomix. Yesterday for lunch, the 10-year-old did risotto for lunch. Now I am going to pull this sugar down. I was going to stop a bit earlier than that, but that's okay. I try and keep it down to 100 grams in any given recipe, unless there's lemon involved. Okay, and it did say icing sugar. I'm just using my normal sugar. Okay, you guys know I do that. And now we're doing some unsalted butter, 170 grams. There we go. Just pre-dice that into chunks. I haven't weighed it, so I'll have to probably add some more. And By the way, the kids are not getting cake for dinner, as much as they'd probably like that. This will be tomorrow, so I'll cook it and then put it away for tomorrow. Not giving them sugar at this time of day, let me tell you. 170 grams, in it goes. So now we're going to cream this. Anyone else have memories of creaming with a wooden spoon as a kid? Forever and ever and ever? Not with a Thermomix. As I was saying, no creaming with a wooden spoon with a Thermomix. You just put it in there and turn the dial. Scrape down the sides of the spatula. Now, normally you could take it a bit further, and I mean, I probably should, being that I've used the raw version, not the icing sugar. However, meh, can't be bothered. Now, I am going a little off recipe here because I don't have some of the things that they call for. So, 115 grams of pineapple juice. Okay, here it goes. I just gave it a shake to re-put it back together. Those of you who have been watching the last few days, oops, you'd know that, you know, it just separates. Not because I added water, but because the water drops out of it. Dark rum, skipping that. Natural vanilla, ran out. Lucky we're only about 3 weeks from home, so I'll just have to go without vanilla in the meantime. On with the lid again. Next. And 30 seconds, speed 3.5. And then it says to start adding the eggs one at a time. So, 2 eggs. Just watch out that mix doesn't come out and splash you as it's doing that. We're nearly done. We've got flour and bicarb baking powder to go. Here we go. I do love that those little bits of time, and this is what I think makes a huge difference for baking, is those little bits of time actually give you the time to put your ingredients away, clean up the kitchen as you go. So how good is it that at the end you don't have this massive mountain of washing up? You're actually ready to go. All right, let me show you where we're at this. There we go. I'd love to know in the chat, it does look a bit churny at the moment. Don't stress about it. That's how it's supposed to be. I would love to know in the chat, for those of you who are bakers, who's using their Thermomix? Well, please comment. And if you need more inspiration baking in your Thermomix, let me know. I will do some more baking for you guys over the next few weeks, months, things like that. Because I do know I have met some people along the way who still use hand mixers and stuff. Let's not do that. Let's learn how to do it in our Thermomix, because our Thermomix can do it. Okay, 240 grams all-purpose flour. I'm using GF flour, okay, just because that's what we use. You can use plain flour. You could even use baker's flour, so your bread flour, if you needed to or wanted to. So, in this goes. Nearly done. 240, 254, that's all do. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And just don't go too heavy on the baking powder. Just has a yucky taste. Probably more of a yucky taste because I haven't got the vanilla, but anywho. Some salt. Don't have that out. Do I have salt on hand? I may go without it today. Oh no, there we go. I've got some. Just give it a sprinkle of salt. That just lifts the flavour. So all that does is it actually sweetens it naturally because it's offsetting it on your tongue. So in it goes, 15 seconds speed 4, and we will be done and ready to put these in muffin containers. So let's do that. As I mentioned, putting things away as you go. Amazing. Okay, absolutely amazing. Now, sometimes gluten-free flour is a little floaty. I may need to scrape down the sides and do it again. Oh, it probably says to do that anyway, but let me show you what it looks like before I scrape down the sides. See how you got that bit up the sides? That's what we want to include. So we'll just give that a scrape down, push it down to blades. Down it goes. And now, would love you guys to tell your friends and family about the bowl offer, okay? Nothing worse as a consultant than someone ringing you the day after and ask for the offer, okay? So can you guys check in? If you've had a demo or you've fed someone from your Thermomix in the past, or you've taken food to work and people have enjoyed it, check in, tell them, oh my goodness, have you heard there's an amazing deal with Thermomixes at the moment? We can get a second bowl for $29. And if you don't have a bowl, you can say, I wish I had one. And if you've got a bowl, say, oh, it's the best thing ever. So if you wouldn't mind telling them, because I don't want the phone call when they run out of stock saying, I wish I had it. So please do tell them. And don't forget, just wait for this to do this. Don't forget as well to pass them my details, okay, so that I can help them get started and coach them through every step of the way. Okay, carefully pour the batter over the pineapple rings in the cake pan. Smooth the batter with the spatula, gently spreading out an even layer, and then we're going to bake it for 50 to 60 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. And then you got to put some more rum on top and some pineapple juice when it's done, and then you tip it out, I believe. How cool is that? All right, so let me just show you this last step. Let me show you this batter. I'm just going to try and make some space here. And I can't see the camera. Hang on, guys. Get you guys in the view. Ah, there it is. You guys can see, kind of. All right, so now if I was at home, I'd have my cupcake pen. So for those of you who have had a demo before, you might have seen the cupcake pen in use. That's an awesome squeezy thing, perfect for things like batters because it gives you the perfect amount every time and has that complete control, especially over things like your pie club mixes and pancakes. So it did say to spread this out. You do want a flat top. I think I've done the right thing with this syrup. I really don't know, but it looks like it'll be tasty, that's for sure. So we're just putting this batter in to the edges. Did say flatten it, so make sure you do have a flat top. I presume it's not going to rise too much then, since it's asking for that flat top. I mean, mind you, in saying that, it's not supposed to be done in muffin trays, is it? So that's all right. And then it's going in the oven. Now, these will not take 50 minutes to an hour, okay? These are going to take more like 20 to 25, maybe 30. So please keep an eye on them if you are doing them in a muffin tray, because it will not take the full time required. They are supposed to be slightly dense. It shouldn't be raw inside, but I think you'll notice they're quite a dense. If you look at the cake picture, it's quite a dense cake. It's not a light and fluffy sponge cake style thing. So that's it from me today. Have a fantastic afternoon and evening. I'll be back tomorrow. Can't remember what I'm cooking, but I'm sure it's going to be tasty. Some of you guys yesterday went and signed up to my website. Please head over there, TMXing Adventures, so TMX, like BMX, but TMXingadventures.com.au. You'll find over there my subscription thing. You can sign up to that because I do send out newsletters, and I also send out some free printables and things like that along the way. But the other thing over there is if you're interested in the business, there's actually a join the team page. So you can actually check out some of the details there and then fill in an inquiry at the bottom, and I'll reach out and give you some more information so you can see if it's right for you. But that's it from me today. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more, I think it's pineapple again, for the end of the week. So take care, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.